Thanks for tuning back in. I'm Tommy Campbell, still bald, still in my basement, and still laughing at the Release the Kraken crew having to release their emails, texts, and agreeing to testify against Trump and the other co-defendants in the case if prosecutors ask them to. Kenneth Chesborough joined Sidney Powell flipping on Donald Trump, who is totally blindsided by the plea deals that put the defeated diapered former president closer to an orange jumpsuit to match his spray tan. Meanwhile, Jim Jordan is no longer running for speaker, with Friday's vote being his lowest tally yet. GYM's numbers were going down as consistently as Lauren Boebert behind a bowling alley, and it's great to see the ultra-MAGA crowd losing again and again. Speaking of losing, lumpy pillow manufacturer gone mad, Mike Lindell is trying to get Jimmy Kimmel to join his planned telethon, and I'll be getting into all of that and more, but first this.
And today, you mentioned the State Department has issued a worldwide alert, travel alert to Americans. I want Joe Biden to issue a travel alert to the world. None of you are coming here anymore. We're done with everybody. And I want him to take the FBI off the Catholics, off the parents, and off the political enemies. I want him in the chat room.
Tourism alone contributes nearly $650 million to the U.S. economy every day. Might not want to turn that tap off. Judge Janine's grandparents are from Iran, Lebanon, and Syria. If the door was shut for them, she wouldn't even exist. This is like talking to the anti-vaxxers that just don't get that if stable geniuses like them were around when they were kids, they wouldn't have even lived this long to have their stupid takes. It is pouring MAGA tears. Thanks for tuning back in. Have a little fun enjoying the good people in the best comments section on YouTube while I mock the latest and stupid from the right-wing dumpster fire and more.
I always knew hummus was a big league problem. Of all the dips that were going to be horrible, it was the one made with canned chickpeas. And now Sleepy Joe is trying to scoop up the mess with a potato chip that would have never been a problem under my genius direction.
This is really cool.
During a closed-door session, Republicans decided that Jim Jordan is not their best and brightest chance to become House Speaker. After losing 2 times and getting a hyped intro from Kevin McCarthy, he scored a hat trick and lost again, which makes Kevin's blowing smoke up his skid-mark gym shorts even more fun.
But let me correct the record. Jim Jordan is an effective legislator. To legislate is about more than the name on the bill. It's about reaching compromise and working long hours behind the scenes to get the job done.
If you're getting more laughs and boos than cheers, it's not a good sign. This guy's about as effective as using a Snickers wrapper as a condom. Just because it says it's fun size and fits doesn't mean it's going to work, Matt Gaetz.
But I've seen Jim spend his entire career fighting for freedom. No matter what, no matter the odds, and I know he is ready for the job.
Didn't get the job, Kevin, and he's fought against freedom his entire career, whether it's a national ban on all abortions, insisting Trump won a free and fair election, or vehemently opposing same-sex marriage. Freedom is the last thing on this pasty goblin's agenda. Look at Handy Bobo and GYM, back when they still thought he had a shot.
Today was, like I say, when I tell you one of the toughest days of the year, that's saying a lot. You know?
Yeah, it is saying a lot.
I get a few tough days. but anyway, so
you're making me nervous, Mike.
I want to go through and this is a reach out. I'm going to go through the Lindell offense fund. I want you to pull that up, Brandon.
I think Brandon's going to be pulling up LinkedIn right now. Finally he says the quiet part out loud. He should be nervous. This guy has kept a monogrammed hanky in his pocket for years, and it won't be long until he uses it for the monsoon of MAGA tears when everything goes under.
Guys, Ivanka is married to Kushner. Yeah. The prince of a diaper filler. Maybe the sores have calmed down a little bit, or at least the flare has gone down a bit. But, fort, flashlight, pictures, a lot of Kleenex, handing. That Kimberly, the makeup lab explosion. Who really needs that, okay? They don't want you to do that. They want you to leave your blisters popping and be high with Guilfoyle your whole life. They want you to wear Depends like him. So everything's gravy.
Thank you. I see every tip from pennies to dollars. They are hugely appreciated and help make this show possible. If you love what I do here and you can afford to help out, throw me a buck with the PayPal link in the pinned comment or drop me a super thanks with this button. And please take 2 seconds after this video to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. These things are free and help the show grow. Thank you. Lawyer Sidney Powell pleaded guilty to 6 misdemeanor counts in the Georgia election interference case, and in case you forgot, she really tried to sell the big lie.
We are not going to be intimidated. We are not going to back down. We are going to clean this mess up now. President Trump won by a landslide. We are going to prove it, and we are going to reclaim the United States of America for the people who vote for freedom.
I just love seeing Rudy and Jenna behind her. Remember, they called themselves
an elite strike force team.
Said it before and I'll say it again. Elite Strike Force Team sounds like the kind of knockoff G.I. Joes you get at the dollar store. And well, there's nothing elite or strike force about this short bus A-team.
You are to have written a letter, which you've already satisfied. You're also to provide a recorded proffer with the state, which you've already satisfied. You're to testify truthfully against any and all co-defendants in this matter at any upcoming proceedings.
She has to cooperate. It's a plea deal. This means testifying against Trump and others, handing over any documents, texts, and emails. That's huge. And the real big thing is Powell's testimony could potentially release the Kraken on Donald Trump in the federal election interference case brought by special counsel Jack Smith. Powell was identified as an unnamed co-conspirator in special counsel Jack Smith's indictment, which means that if she is charged in that case, going by this one, she may also cooperate in that case. Kenneth Chesebro is accused of putting forward a slate of fake pro-Trump electors in Georgia and other states to overturn the outcome of the 2020 election. And when you see him pleading here, he just looks sort of relieved.
And are you satisfied with their services?
Yes.
And do you understand that you must give a full recorded proffer with the state, that you continue to also provide documents and evidence?
Same as Powell. He'll have to turn over emails, text messages, and testify under oath in any forthcoming trials. Now that 3 have flipped, it's going to be fun to see who's next, because there's going to be more.
If he and Rhino Paul fought as hard against Obama as they do against President Donald J. Trump, they would never have lost. They would have beaten Obama. But remember, Republicans eat their young. They really do. They eat their young. Terrible statement, but it's true.
It is wild that days after Trump went on about how Hannibal loves him, he rambled about Republicans eating their young and said it twice. I mean, I thought the guy wanting to date Ivanka was pretty out there, but this is next level.
So I'm inviting him right now. Jimmy, if you would like to come on, you don't have to come to Brandon's studio if you don't want, but we would love to have you on by Skype.
You hear that, Jimmy? You don't have to go to Brandon's house. Every few months, Lindell flips between Jimmy Kimmel being the worst human on earth and then begging for some attention. I know whenever I'm in the area, I swing by the claw machine at Jimmy's to see if Lindell's home, but I keep missing him.
I'm still waiting on Jimmy to accept our invitation when we finally do get that telethon scheduled.
Yeah, when we get he should accept it now, because we'll work on Jimmy's. We're going to make an announcement. We're going to wait to hear from Jimmy if he would be acceptable for him, if he accepts our invitation to come on. He can be by Skype on our show. He doesn't have to come in person. I know that probably scares him to get out of California, but if we whatever he's doing there, he doesn't get out much.
So we'll book around his schedule.
We'll work around his schedule, and maybe I'd pick him up. You know what? I would pick him up in my plane, Brandon, to deliver him to the studios.
Wow.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow. How could you turn that down, Jimmy?
Pointed at here. I guess we're out of time.
All right. If we have to. All right.
Jimmy, if you hear that, though, that's an invite, everybody. So as soon as he responds, we know what day the telethon is.
There you go.
Pick him up in my plane. Oh, the irony. The man is having a telethon so he can beg for money, and he's offering Jimmy Kimmel a ride in his plane to get there. Say whatever you want about the left, but we aren't foolish enough to send our money to people with private planes. Alex here, still in the bunker with Marjorie. Again, a good dude. Well, my steamy fever dream blonde meat swamp is furious because God refused to listen to our prayers for deep state fighter Jim Jordan to be the next House Speaker. And now it appears our election fraud hype Karen lawyer Sidney Powell and Kenneth Cheeseborough are pleading guilty in Marjorie Taylor Dog the Bounty Hunter Green's Georgia. I gotta be honest, okay? Full disclosure, my brain supplements are just expired vitamins from Costco, okay? Also, it has been a major effort for me to cheer up MTG, so I purchased a sack of her favorite Safe for Humans kibble and flopped it on the kitchen floor with a gash in the center, Tauntaun style. Yes, there will be stray kibbles everywhere, but I do not give in to the New World Order globalists, and I do whatever it takes to put a smile on her raging red Botox face. But it is her duty to protect Alex Jones' eyes from exposure to those slimy prosciutto ham-on sections that look like a deleted scene from a fan-fiction Saw movie. And don't try and tell me that, oh, you did your toenails, because nobody needs to see your off-the-grid gas station turkey jerky shards you dippity-doo-doo-doo dabbed into pink paint. You cannot just take a tire iron to a can of Spam until the meat starts to seep and then splatter some color on it and expect to be considered for a day pass into the Normal Feet Club. Because what is the rule, MTG?
The socks stay on.
The socks stay on. Tommy Campbell is the only reason I'm voting for Trump for 2024. MAGA Tears. You're just jealous of Tucker Carlson's success. MAGA Tears. Trump for 2024. F your feeling. MAGA Tears. Kenneth Cheeseborough is accused of... And also, it has been a major effort for me to cheer up MTG, so I purchased a sack of her favorite Safe for Humans kibble, and I flopped it on the kitchen floor with a gash in the center, Tauntaun style. Yes, there will be stray kibbles everywhere. But I do not give in to the New World Order globalists. This guy's about as effective as using a Snickers wrapper as a condom. Just because it says it's fun size and fits doesn't mean it's going to work, Matt Gaetz. Yeah, I'm talking to you. And don't try and tell me that you did your toenails. Oh, they're so pretty. Nobody needs to see your off-the-grid gas station turkey jerky shards you dippity-doo-dabby-doo-dab into pig paints. Thanks so much for watching. Help me out by joining us in the comments, sharing this video with a friend, and following me on social media. I am a one-man show here, from script to screen, the editing, even the graphics. Please throw me a tip with the easy PayPal link or hit that super thanks button, and be sure to check out my mugs that go great with those MAGA Tears. I am a stand-up comedian. I've played in 35 countries, and I've toured with Jim Jefferies for nearly 10 years. I have 3 albums and a brand new EP from my opening set on Jim's latest Netflix special. You can stream these on Spotify, Apple Music, or catch them on SiriusXM. Thanks for helping me make this show possible. Life's short. Be cool, be kind, take care.